Everybody, it's me, Cole, bringing you the Dawn of War 2 Retribution cast. So today we have Texaneous as the Orc War Boss. He's getting at some Sluggers and some Shooter Boys directly after, and Vermite as the Alpha Lictor, getting some Termagants and having Homogrants, getting some Termagants on the field right now. Interesting matchup. Obviously, both are extremely good players, so we're going to see how this works out. Very hopeful to see a nice long game, but we shall have to find out. War Boss in here. The Alpha Lictor looks like he wants to start hunting something down. Definitely going to engage this War Boss here, by the looks of it. At least try and get a couple of hits in. And he is discovered, though, before he gets out with any of his abilities. And these shooters are running away. Most likely will go after the shooters, try and get a unit kill on them, and just to disrupt them. But to be honest, nice little control Texaneous. Just turn around your orcs right now and start shooting. That's exactly what he's doing. He's going to get some good damage on those on that Lictor. But to be honest, right now we do see Vimtela using his other squads just to go around capping items, which is great because he has one extra squad on the field to be able to cap even more. Oh no, getting good DPS on those, disrupting all those units. Actually, that's a good bit of damage in the earlier parts in the game. He's gonna yes, he does force the retreat on the Shooter Boys. War Boss moving in here, being slowed. No, he's not yet slowed down. I would imagine these Termagants are gonna get their upgrade pretty soon, though. And here we go. We have Alpha Lictor moving out to the central victory control point. We do have these Homogrants moving up against these Sluggers, but they don't know they're there yet. Unfortunately, they do miss each other to see a nice little bit of action. War Boss moving in here, moving up to the left-hand side, and the Alpha Lictor still in the center, capping this point. We do see these double Termagants squads running around, and these Homogrants in the center as well, supporting their leader. And now we really want to see what Texaneous is going to do, because he only chose to get out one squad. He's now getting out Storm Boys, so he's saving his energy for a higher tech level unit, which will be very effective against these Termagants, who have now been upgraded with the Toxin Sacks, allowing them to slow units down. The Homogrants have already been upgraded with the Adrenal Glands. And here we go, gonna start doing some early gen bashing. It's gonna take a little bit of time for them to go down, but I would imagine the Shooter Boys and these Slugger Boys are doing a good number on these Termies. Yes, they're gonna force the retreat. Probably wants to stomp, cap this power node. And where's the War Boss right now? The War Boss is moving up against these. Oh, he's actually going to lose a generator being pulled back by the Alpha Lictor. So annoying. And here we go. The retreat has been called by these Homogrants. Is he going to try and do a bash? Yes, he does do a bash, doing a good amount of damage. Going to get one unit kill down. But to be honest, the damage has already been done. We see 3 generators for Vimtela and only 1 for Texaneous at the moment. Plus, he doesn't have his upward power node, so he's going to have less power overall. So that early power saving he did was absolutely crucial, but with now power coming in for 34 versus 54 in favor of Vermite, we're going to have to see how that works out. We do have the Storm Boys in the center capturing the virtual control point, and the War Boss is in the left hand side recapturing that wreck point. These Sluggers were forced to get out of there, and these shooters are going to have to get out of there as well. Yes, start running already, start running, there's nothing you can do, and he knows it, gets out of there pretty quickly. With his Lictor just running around, doing some early harassment. Brilliant, I have to say. Nice little use of the abilities. And he's getting double Storm Boys. Interesting. I want to see how this works out. It's probably extremely effective in T1 and T2, but we'll have to see how it works out once the Heavy Warrior comes out. Here we go. Get out some Homogrants, get them, force them all back to the ice. Gonna decap this point. The central point's gonna start being recapped. It is in favor of 1 to Vimtela and 0 for Texaneous, but it soon will be 2 to 1. So Texaneous will have to come back and do something. He does have his double Storm Boys on the field right now, and the Alpha Lictor just kind of getting in here. He is gonna wander through those units and absolutely not be seen. Wow, that's maybe a bit of a mismicro there, but here we go. We do have the Shooter Boys being upgraded with a Nob Leader, so they're given vision. Gonna be retreating. Gonna try and get a few good hits on that Alpha Lictor. Remember, he's actually very squishy when he's alone by himself, so just make sure you use him appropriately as a kind of assassin, I suppose. We do these Homogrants just moving around the backhand side. They're going straight back for the Gen Harass. Probably a good idea. Both players are very low on resources at the moment, and these Storm Boys are really paying for themselves now. I want to see how this works out, and later on, Tech Level 2, when some might upgrade. We do see a nice bit of gem bashing going on here. And now Texaneous is going to have to recapture both of these points fairly quickly. Although right now he is having gem bashing himself as the War Boss moving up against these Revenue Brute, which have been upgraded with the Devour. So we'll have to see how all of this comes to play in several minutes, as Texaneous has now lost his generators again. Oh, this has got to be a huge blow. Storm Boys moving in and around. There's just too many Termagants and Homergrants here. Vermite's going to be very careful with both these Storm Boys on him. If both Storm Boys jump in the same location on top of his Termagants, he will have to pull back. There's nothing he can do about it, but it looks like right now he's calling back both Storm Boys to deal with this gen harass. But to be honest, it looks like it's actually still too late, just because all three generators have gone down, but the power income for both players is still fairly low, with 34-29 in favor of Texaneous. And here we go, Storm Boys moving in against those Homergrants. They're just going to walk away, probably get one unit down. Yes, by the looks of it. And there we go, Alpha Lictor in the center is camping the central victory control point. Shooters moving in here against these Termagants. It's only one squad, so it's a fairly even matchup with these Sluggas coming in as well. Neither player has actually really lost a unit yet, which is actually still very, very good. And here we go, the Ravener Brood is just not able to engage those Storm Boys effectively. He's pulling back to the base defense. His nose, Texaneous knows he doesn't want to get involved in that kind of fight. And he may just jump straight on top of all these double Termagants. Yes, he does. This is going to be interesting how all this works out. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of kills. I'm not rooting for any player, but he is the Master Tree has been called. And there we go. Now, Master Tree has been called on both sides with the Storm Boys in here. But the Ravener Brood is out, so he's going to have to turn around, get in there. One unit is just fully forward exposed, which is rather interesting. Wants to get in there, gonna keep one unit back for gem bashing while the War Boss is gonna come back out. The Alpha Lictor has come back from capping that central control node and will be able to disrupt those Storm Boys if he gets in there. Neither hero has been upgraded with anything, but Vermite is the first person gonna get to tech level 2. And there we go, the Storm Boys, the treat has been called. Going good gem bashing, but needs to get out of there right now. He has got double Termagants moving, shooting him. So he doesn't want to take any needless unit losses. Texaneous is now moving on to tech level 2. And here we go. We have the Alpha Lictor in the center. Just gonna decap this the resource control point, I would imagine, and then move on. And we do have the War Boss down here, just decapping this point. With them moving a massive force up here to this top control point. These Termies are moving in here. Shooters, he gets the Sluggas. He's gonna get in range. These Sluggas are gonna get in there. He's actually gonna call a retreat that quickly. He could have just run away from them. He didn't actually need to call that retreat. Here we go. The Termagants here guarding this ground. And right now, I have to put the favor squarely on Vermite. He's doing exceptionally well. The only thing that I think he really needs to be watching out for is one unlucky strike where he just gets cut off from both directions, from Sluggas, War Boss in the front, and double Storm Boys in the back, which will be ideal for Texaneous. But right now, his War Boss is going to have to retreat. He's going to take too much damage. Oh, actually, the Termagants did not shoot, but double Termagants and the Ravener Brood are here, with the Alpha Lictor being up there for some central distraction. Both these points have now been claimed for Texaneous, who's just not moving his troops. He needs to move his troops down to the center. Here we go, the War Boss is going to do a nice little stun move, then get out of there. All these Termies are going to in there, try and get one last little bit of damage in. But right now they won't be able to do too much. We do the Storm Boys, double Storm Boys, they're sticking together. Looks like they were both retreated still. And now, oh, that War Boss may actually go down. He only has 58 health back. Oh, and there we go. Nice use of the Lictor Alpha ability. It's been upgraded with the Toxic Crystal Catalyst as well. Storm Boys moving in here. Oh, they can't see anything. And this may be too much stuff for two Storm Boys to deal with, to be honest. Right here. And just maybe too many items on the field. But right now, I have to say there's a distinct advantage for Mina, but we have seen Texaneous come back from worse situations. The left-hand side here, we do see these burners moving against these Homergrants. Oh, but now that all these units are here, gonna have to get out of there pretty quickly. And the Storm Boy is moving in against all these Termies, and I imagine he's gonna call the retreat immediately. No, he doesn't. He's gonna get those squads pretty low on life. It looks like he's just trying to chase down these units. He may have not even noticed this. Yes, he has noticed it now, definitely. Yeah, slowing down the units, and then gonna call the retreat. Didn't lose that many units here. Looks like he only lost 3 on each. But now bringing out a Ravener or Assault Brood. Texaneous is really falling behind him of units. He's doing good on the gem bashing, but he needs to jump on these guys. Yes, he does. Gonna get them in there, and the retreat has been called. Is he going to get it? He does have a knob in both squads, so they're going to do a good amount of damage in retreating if they can get hits in, which they're just not able to do right now, and he really needs to stay on top of these victory control points. He has this bottom one here, which is technically meant to be for Vermite, but it's just been ignored. And here we go, we do have the burners moving up and being retreated. He has not chosen to get back his hero, even though he does have enough wreck right about now. He may be trying to save up for something else, knowing that Vermite might go to a second tech level or something along those lines. And here we go, double Ravener Brood, one being upgraded. No, they're both being upgraded to be ranged damage dealers. Again, do some gem bashing down here. The war boss has just now been called back. But he's yet again unsupported by himself and unupgraded and still being level 1. So it may not be the best idea. The Alpha Lictor has been upgraded with the Threadle Feeders and the Toxic Crystals, and right now the War Boss is just losing life unnecessarily, to be honest. He needs to have backup. He really does, and if he's not careful, he will go down again because of the melee combat, and he may go down again. Texaneous, this is a bad day for you, I can imagine. Here we go. Oh, almost getting all these Homogrants down, almost getting the entire squad, which is going to be a good pickup for him, but it may be too little too late. Shooters finally coming on the field, but versus 2 Ravener Broods, it may not be enough. And we do see these sluggers just standing around a little bit, which is not the best idea. And there we go, yes, these orcs are going to be forced to retreat. These Storm Boys are really, he's been using them correctly for the most part, but he's just not had the correct, he hasn't had his army in the same place at the same time as Vermite has. I have to say, Texaneous, I really have to fault him on that one. Otherwise, he's done amazing. The retreat will not, no, he just burrows and gets out of there. Oh, he does get 1 unit down, though. And most likely he's just going to do that. Second squad has been called, and the retreat has been called. There we go. Minor pickup for Texaneous, but we need to see him come back a lot more if he wants to really be in this match. This control point being captured, these mines forcing a suppression on all of these shooters, with the Alpha Lictor being so troublesome. The Warlord did survive, so the War Boss did survive, finally being upgraded with Power Claw. Knowing he has to get in there, he would be able to beat this Alpha Lictor in one if he gets in there enough. And here we go, Storm Boy is recapping everything, but it may be too late. It still has 1 gen up. We need to see Texaneous do something interesting, and these mines are going to be oh so troublesome to deal with. For the moment, Homogrants taking over this power node, and this resource node is completely left alone with double termites moving around the field. Looks like these shooter boys were just forced away by the double Ravener Brood and Alpha Lictor, and these Storm Boys are retreating, and these guys are holding steady. And now it looks like we have almost a small break in the action. No, I stand mistaken. Getting in there. Oh yes, and he's gonna have to get out of there. Yep, and he does, unfortunately. He did get rid of those mines. Don't see any command abilities being used right now from either side, and this power node will go down for Texaneous, and the gen does go as well. Let's see, we do have the War Boss in the center being upgraded with cyborgic implants. He could do a good amount of damage to these guys, no question about it. If he gets in there, he just doesn't have the ability to get there really quickly. Does he have the charge ability? Yes. No, sorry, the cyborgic implant improves his stomp ability, I'm afraid. Sorry, my bad. Oh, it does get a nice hit in while they're retreating, but it's just falling back further and further into base, and once he gets to these hive nodes, he may not be able to deal too much with them. These Storm Boys moving in there against these termies, but they're gonna have to get out of there pretty quickly. And now up here, these Homogrants are moving against these Storm Boys, but they won't be able to do too much. Where's that War Boss right now? Oh, he's moving up to central control point. Oh no, these Storm Boys are gonna be left for themselves. They need to jump on top of this little brood right here. Yes, they do. It looks like they're just out of position though. Gonna get into these termies though, but they'll be under ranged fire attack, so it's gonna be very difficult to pull out proper. Do they have anything useful to use against them? No, they do not. These Ravener Brood do level up, and there's just gonna be too much on the field. He's got a 3rd Ravener Brood, making those Storm Boys just not gonna be able to do too much at the moment. And there, the War Boss is just the Lictor Alpha is just messing with the War Boss at this point. And with these triple things coming in, we really need to see Texaneous come out and do something quite spectacular to come back in this fully true and proper, I believe. Homegrant's taking this bottom VC, and the center VC being kept by the Alpha Lictor. So it's going to be 2-1. This power node is being recaptured. These burner boys can get in there, do some good damage. They really need support, and no, they're just going to take too much damage. No, they have to get out of there. Double Storm Boys back at the base. No, one of the Storm Boys is not on the base. It's capturing this point. He is getting up a raw armored transport truck. Tries to get his units around the field quicker. Interesting choice. I would have thought another unit would have been better, but that's just me. We don't see any suppression whatsoever. That may be just because of the burrow ability of the Raveners. But right now, we really see Texaneous in a very tight spot. These Storm Boys are paying small dividends, but they're just not. There we go, and another retreat has been called. Although that war truck is out, with no AV on the field, this is still light vehicle armor, so it's not perfect, let's just say that. But he looks like he's going to load up his Slugger Boys into the war truck and then move out with them. These Storm Boys just quickly decap the central point, buying Texaneous some more time, but at this point he has double termagants moving around the field, capping the points that he needs, and he could have just sent one termagant squad up here all by themselves and they would have done just fine. Homegrant's moving against here. Now the Warboss has been fully upgraded. It looks like the Alpha Lictor has been fully upgraded as well. And will he be able to move in there? Looks like he's just going to try and capture this point. He's going to be very difficult to take out now, but he's still only level 1. Oh no, looks like all of these sluggers are going to go down. Yes, they do. And that war truck just didn't quite do what it needed to do. That's a massive, massive blow, and maybe the defining moment of the game. He is getting out of tin can, so that may be able to push him back, but to be honest, the mobility of the Ravener Brood may be able to counter that. Oh, yeah, he sees that and turns around immediately. That war truck is being around. The Alpha Lictor might be upgraded with some kind of basic, small amount of AV to try and get rid of it, but it may not happen. We do see the tin can coming out. I'm going to be interested to see how he's going to use this. That's going to be the most interesting part. And here we go. Oh, we do have Storm Boys going against some holograms. Yes, they'll be able to tear them apart, especially with the knob in there. Yes, and he may actually lose the squad. He may have... What is his... No, he did not need to lose that squad. I was wondering if he needed to lose the squad simply for upgrades in terms of unit population, but it looks like he didn't really need to. So that just may have been a misclick, and that may be exactly what Texaneous needs to get back in the fight. But to be honest, with those 3 Ravener Broods still on the field, it's still going to be difficult. He has this walking tin can, but he is going to be hard-pressed to do anything with it as soon as that Venom Brood comes out. Warboss coming in. Now we do have the Venom Brood finally in here. The Warboss is right outside, so he may be able to delay them getting in there, but he won't be able to deal with all of this by himself. Looks like the Storm Boy is going here, just quickly decap this point, get rid of it. And the Walking Tin Can looks like it did a good number on all of these Raveners, but remember this Venom Brood is quickly approaching, and he's going to have to make a very hard decision, and he can't follow him in the base, which is the real problem on these small maps. And here we go. Now the Warboss needs to take out that Venom Brood at all costs. Just disrupt it, destroy it. Oh no, here we go. And once they start firing, it's going to be difficult to come back. Warboss is going down far too quickly. Nope, he's going to have to fall back immediately, and that tin can may as well be lost already. He's out of position. The only thing I could save him right now with Storm Boys, but you just can't get in there. He's running in there with to try and get a melee combat of the Venom Brood, which is definitely the sensible option. And the only thing he really can do at this point, but he needs his double Storm Boys to get in here. He really does, and it does not look like he'll be able to do so. Pushing them away, which may actually be working in Venom's favor right now, but that tin can is going down fairly slowly. He is forced to retreat, so he could turn around right now and get a couple of kills, but he's just not doing. He's chasing it down. Probably doesn't even realize that retreat has been called. Oh no, he's getting in there closer. Looks like he finally retreats. One goes down, one unit is retreating, the other one's going to pull back. What is being called in? Some spore mines are being called in. Just get rid of that last little bit of HP of the Walking Tin Can. It is down to 130. We're trying to make sure there's no other units in the suppression. Oh, and it looks like it will go down. So the Venom Brood has been called back in. Using this. Oh, and it goes down. That was the last hope for Texaneous, probably. There's just too much on the field right now. That's the only thing that was keeping him there. He needed his Storm Boys to be with his army. Oh no, these Storm Boys were just standing there. That's just a shame. Now, it has allowed... Oh no, they made the retreat using go. Oh, that's horrible. And that is going to be difficult back for. Right now, it was 2 VCs to 0, which was giving Texaneous a good comeback, but at what cost? He's lost 2 more units than Vermite, who hasn't lost anything yet, and Vermite has more wreck and more power and more control commander points. So right now, it's going to be very difficult to do anything. There's Ravener Brood, all 3 of these Raveners. Where is the Venom Brood? Venom Brood is up here, just going to capture this point. The war truck is just moving around slowly. The Alpha Lictor can't really do anything against the truck, but he will be able to do some good light damage from the background. The Stormboy is moving in. Oh, he's actually doing a good bit of damage, but here we go. Triple. Oh no, it's Sluggers were, sorry, shooters were in there, but he will not be able to do too much against all 3 Ravener Broods. Getting in them and get them in the truck and then get out of there really quickly. Second Spore Mines coming up for... Oh wow, Venom Brood were severely damaged by these Storm Boys, almost getting a kill. Spore Mines coming up for Vermite. We get another Death Can coming up for Texaneous. It's going to be interesting how it works out. If you can get rid of that Venom Brood, he'll be in good shape. But yet again, he's too spread out right now. He's getting his units out appropriately, but he's also losing so much ground all the time at doing this. And I really want to see how Texaneous is trying to come back, because right now the scores are incredibly close, and both these players are very skilled. But it's going to be difficult. Just backing that truck up into those guys, trying to buy these guys some more time. Yes, the Storm Boys have jumping, and there we go. Gonna get in there. Once they're in melee combat, they do a lot better, but against just not that number. The walking can is out, and it's in the center field, but yet again, everything has been retreated. His Storm Boys he desperately needs with his tin can to make sure the Venom Brood can't get up there. And as soon as Vermite realizes there's a tin can here, he will send his Venom Brood back down. If I could find them on the map, here they are. He really needs to do it, and he's just... oh dear. He's already down to half health, jumping on the Venom Brood finally. There we go. This is going to be a good encounter. He knows it, pulls back immediately. That's exactly what Texaneous needs to keep doing if he wants to stand any chance in this game. He's also doing a good amount of damage to all these units, allowing him to have a little bit of time on the field, but right now he really needs to get these VCs everywhere. He does have the War Boss here going against Intermies, but he will have to capture all 3 points to really come back, even though it's such a close game. Vermite still has a good unit lead over Texaneous. And we really want to see that war truck with the sluggers, shooters inside. Sorry, we need some sluggers on the field to repair the tin can. I do apologize. Now there's forcing them to retreat. Oh, that's such a cruel ability. It really is. It will be 2 in the favor of 2 VCs in favor of. Oh no, it will not be. Right now it's going to be 1v1. Oh, it will be 2 in the favor of Texaneous once that final control point comes out. But Vermite is coming out tech level 3, so he'll easily be able to get out a super unit if he has the power for it. Forcing a retreat of all 3 of those Ravener Broods. The Venom Brood is somewhere on the field. I can't find them right now. I do apologize. And they are up here recapturing this point. It's interesting that he's using his Venom Brood to come up here, which is not the most effective use. Oh, he's trying to get that vehicle maybe. Knows it's there. Oh, and the vehicle will go down. Oh no. Just a little bit of miss micro there, costing him in that vehicle, which is another huge pickup for Mite. Walking tin can, totally out of position, unfortunately. It looks like he wants to position it right around that corner so he can't be fired upon until he gets into melee range. But it's only going to allow him to keep 1 control point, and he really needs that tin can to deal with all these Raveners. And this shooter squad is just not going to do anything against 3 Ravener Brutes that have been upgraded. No, he knows it, gets out of there immediately, and here we go in the center of the middle combat with it. Oh, he may actually finally get this Alpha Lictor. Oh no, that's such a shame. That Alpha Lictor has been such a thorn in his side. Just wanting to get it down for Texaneous, I imagine, is just one of his greatest goals right now. He may actually jump in there. Oh, he just does a sacrificial bomber, allowing his war boss to get 1 last hit in, and finally promoting the war boss. Oh no, the war boss is level 4 now after being upgraded. I do apologize. But he did finally kill the Alpha Lictor, which is been a thorn in his side for so long. He does get another Lictor assassination unit at Tech level 3. They are incredibly powerful. Here we go, the Venom Brute is firing on the Warboss. They won't be able to do too much. Warboss is taking that central control node, and these Storm Boys are just going to stand here and take it. I imagine Texaneous' thinking right now is just hold the positions I have and make sure he can't take back what is going on. Storm Boys coming against these Venom Brood. Nice. The Ravener Brood, they're going to be able to do a good amount of damage in melee combat. Oh, they do burrow and do lose one unit, but they are all severely damaged except for one unit, which looks like didn't take too much damage. And here we go with the Venom Brood in there as well. They'll be able to get rid of that vehicle. That Stone Boy is going to be crucial for them to stay in this match. Tin Can being used in the wrong place. These Stone Boys are the inappropriate unit to be capping right now. He needs these shooters moving, and he needs these Storm Boys to be jumping. Oh, and he loses another vehicle. No, it's just not looking good. He is actually capping 2 to 1 0. Sorry, so 2 to 0. So he's not losing anything. And I have to say, this is actually a very good comeback. He's been able to keep things under control, and that one engagement actually cost Vermite a good amount of damage. He was able to get rid of a couple of war trucks, but it's just maybe not enough. He now is going to have to deal with the central war boss, which is getting to the point where it's difficult to take him out. He's doing a lot of damage, getting a few unit kills here and there, pushing it back. Just going to retreat now to make sure he doesn't take any more damage. These Storm Boys coming in from the bottom, make sure the Vermite cannot take that central node without too much resistance. Yes, getting in, there's only one Lictor left, and those Lictors are incredibly powerful, but he won't. Oh no, sorry, that's a Ravener Brood, I do apologize. But he has it's now dramatically in the favor of Texaneous, and that is just an incredible comeback from those early losses he made. Really good play in the mid. Anyway, well done, Texaneous. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.